rude to Khalid. He's a nice guy. It's just it gets tiring when like you make friends with a somebody from a different country and then they just want you to help them get to Canada. You're like, I'm sorry, I can't. Gosh. Um, or like, all they can say is you're pretty again and again and again. It's like, thank you. How many times can I say thank you? I appreciate it. It's very nice of you to say. Anyways, leave all that behind because that happened. Right now, this is his morning crow. It's 11:45, so it's still morning technically. Welcome. Bonjour. It's this is the rooster reporting from his bedroom, from their bedroom. I just got a new bike. Over there, her name is Blank Slate, and picked it up from my friend for free. It needs some work, so it was free, but it needs work. So I have to fill the tires up for one. The tires are completely flat. There's a spoke broken, so I have to get that fixed. And so it's not ready to ride. So I have to, that's another thing on the to-do list. And it's fixed gear. So everyone's saying like I should get it converted, right? Because it's a little bit tricky to ride fixed gear. I just learned what it is. So I'm going to explain to you, even if you know what it means. So what it means is the pedals actually move when the wheels move. On a regular bike, when the wheels are turning, the pedals stay where they are unless you hit the pedals and then they start moving. Right? Okay, so the pedals move with the wheels. This is just like a kid's bike. The pedals move with the wheels, just as a kid's bike. But if you try to go backwards with a kid's bike, it breaks. That's how a kid's bike breaks. On a fixed gear bike, that's not what happens. The pedals just move backwards. Okay? What this means is when you're pedaling, if you start going down a hill or something and it starts going faster, if you try to coast, you try to stop pedaling, it'll just keep pedaling and you have to like keep moving your feet. Hi, MMM. This fixed gear bike thing, I'm explaining what it is. And so basically you have to constantly be pedaling. You can't coast. Or I was like, well, you could coast if you just like put your legs up in the air and let the pedals. She's like, yeah, that's true. And it's like, I have memories of doing that as a kid. I feel like on a kid's bike, or it's like you want to coast, but you have to keep moving your pedals. So then you just like put your legs up. I might not get it converted. I kind of like it the way it is. So we'll see. We'll first get the tires fixed and the spoke fixed, and then I'm gonna try it as a fixed gear bike because everyone's like, oh no, I'm like, that's hard, I don't know, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, let's give it a try. Kind of liked it. I just tried it out a little bit, even though the tires were flat. I tried it out a little bit last night on the back streets, the back street boy here. What else can I say? I talked to my sister. It was a fabulous chat. Me and my darling dear sister. I talked her ear off as per usual. We bonded as we always do. Yeah. It might need new tires or they might just need to be filled up. I don't know. It's probably that they need new ones. Oh, like new tubes. New tubes. You know how it works with bikes. I'm not that I don't know that much about bikes, but that's something I could do today. I just don't think I have time. I have to be at this park. I have to be at Young and Lawrence for 3:00 for a meetup. I'm doing meetup improv in the park today. Yay! It was on my list for this friendship boot camp thing that I'm doing. It was on a thing that is like, try this, go here. So I get to go see if I make any friends and then go to my progress tracker and be like, I made some potential friends. I went to this thing. I did it. Yeah, keeping me accountable. Hi, Daddy. So, yes, that's his life right now. Pretty good. Pretty good. My darling, hey, what's up, Daddy? My darling she might still be there. She was in Pennsylvania last night, did a performance. I hope that it was a great time, good, nourishing performing times. And what else can I say? That's it. That's all I can say. What's up with you, Daddy? I'm going to read from my book and then I'm going to go about my day, okay? We're going to turn this off now because we're going to get right into, or I should just change the music to like some really calming music, actually. That's what I should do. We're going to make that a thing. Hey, Gabriel 300. Here we go. Shine upon you. This is legit the kind of music I listen to. Okay. We'll just turn it down a little bit. Okay, May 15th, you guys, says the risk to bloom. The risk to bloom. And then the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk to bloom. Yes. And then the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk to bloom. A nay, nin. We all face this turning point repeatedly when resisting the flow of inner events suddenly feels more hurtful than leaping toward the unknown. Yet no one can tell us when to leap. There is no authority to bless our need to enter life but the God within. You hear that, guys? The God within you is the only one who can tell you when to leap. How often we thwart ourselves by holding tenaciously to what is familiar. It is instructive, if chilling, that in floral shops, the roses that won't open are called bullets. They are discarded because they will never bloom. They have turned in on themselves so tightly that they can never release their fragrance. Make me sad. Yet as spirits in bodily form, we have the chance to tighten and bloom more than once. But even spirits, if turned in on themselves enough, may grow accustomed to being closed. Unlike roses, however, the human chamber can be shut down for years, and still it takes but one breath from the true center, and we will flower. It has always amazed and humbled me how the risk to bloom can seem so insurmountable beforehand and so inevitably freeing once the threshold of suffering is crossed. Hi, Summer Sweets. I'm reading from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. I have a friend in recovery, and when asked what made him stop drinking, he says, the pain of drinking became greater than the pain of not drinking. The same can be said for us all. We can flower in an instant, and as soon as the pain of not flowering and not loving become greater than our fear. Gloria. Nice to have you here. Hosanna in excelsis. Cool. You guys hear this? You hear the message in this? Try to identify what scares you the most about being who you are in this world. Wow. Try to acknowledge what scares you. Try to identify what scares you the most about being yourself in this world. You guys, what scares me the most is that I'm like this big thing and I'm scared. I'm going to break everything. I'm going to disappoint everyone. Or I'm going to fail. That's the fear, that I'm like somehow this like bigger than I want to be, or bigger than I'm comfortable with. I take up so much space. Everybody looks at me. Everybody expects something from me. As you meditate, imagine the God in you warming your fears open. Thank you for the taps and for feeding my donut. It's really, really sweet of you. As you meditate, imagine the God in you is warming your fears open. Wow. Note what it feels like to have your center safely exposed, even for a moment. Good guy. Hi, good guy. Note what it feels like to have your center safely exposed, even for a moment. Without telling anyone, imagine this moment. Scorpius. Without telling anyone, imagine this moment of opening sometime during your day. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to an improv event today. I don't know whether it's improv like I'm participating or if I'm just watching. I'll find out. Either way, if today, if I'm going to be doing some improv, that's going to be some moment of opening, that's for sure. Imagine this moment of opening sometime during your day. For you all, try this out too, at your desk, on the bus, in line at the supermarket, or, on stage, or whatever it is you do. Opening. Note what it feels like blooming, right? This was all about blooming. Note what it feels like to have your center safely exposed, even for a moment, in the presence of others. You know what it feels like? What I've been feeling lately is my root chakra and my sacral chakra opening. Like I feel my coccyx, like the very bottom of your tailbone, basically your butthole. Like that's what I feel. It's like I feel it very strongly. It's like not so tight, it's like feels like it's trying to relax, and I'm like feeling like my lower half so much more than I usually do. I've always been quite disconnected with my lower half. To have your center safely exposed, even for a moment in the presence of others, I feel so much more aware of my like sacral and root chakras, the lower half, the lower part of my body. Repeat this meditation whenever you start to feel your sense of things tighten. Okay, so the meditation itself was identifying what scares you most about being who you are in the world. And then God, the God in you is warming your fears open. My connection to the earth, that's what it is. That's what makes me feel safe. Yep. All right. That's it. He's done. He's done. I'm sure y'all been waiting for me to be finished. Do I want to put, no, I don't want to do a rune reading today. Not today. It's just going to be the same message that we keep getting, I'm sure. Eve, what are you up to today? You asked me what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing. Frick. I just realized. Okay, go. Never mind. Never mind. I thought that I was doing data this whole time. It wasn't data. It was Wi-Fi. But yeah, if I had been streaming on my data this whole time, I would have been pretty dang upset because lately I've been running out of data, which means that I can't post on Instagram out and about. I need to. That's how I talk to my darling. Also by texting this number that I'm not sure is hers. So romantic. The mystery. Eve, thank you. I love you. I need to get more backings. I have to get like one time I had to buy a box of backings and I've just been loose. They just fall off. Ms. What is with it? Why does that keep happening? But I don't care. I'm just gonna keep buying boxes of backings and keep making sure that this stays on, gosh darn it. That's why I don't wear it out and about all the time, because I need to keep it somewhere safe. And you know how many pins and buttons I've lost because they fall off my coat or my backpack? And there's no way I'm letting this get lost. So it stays home most of the time. Sometimes I wear it out, but I'm always very careful. I need backings anyways. Eve, are you here? I'm going to say goodbye now, but I want to know what you're up to and how you're doing. I'll say goodbye to the YouTube people anyways. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you. Take care. Remember, you can never fail if you never give up, right? Just keep going. That's what we're here for. This journey of never-ending self-discovery. Number 2, which leads me to number 2, the only thing you have to do is know who you are and keep going. You are someone. Who are you? Number 3, if you ever feel down, all you have to do is look in the mirror and say, she's a woman. Miss Cracker will be with you. Or you can say, cock-a-doodle-a-doo. This guy, cocky-doodle-doo, the rooster, will be with you too. Mwah. Goodbye now. Take care. I love you.